is no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for Underdog. 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 Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who plunder. Underdog. Underdog. Underdog.
One bright summer morning, a farmer went out to his fields to look at the crops. But when he got there, the field was bare.
Gone! 30 acres of wheat vanished in thin air. I can't believe it.
And all over the country, it was the same thing. Reports came pouring in.
My orchard's disappeared.
Yesterday, those fields were full of corn. Today, it's all gone.
And in television station TTV, sweet Polly Purebred, ace reporter, was broadcasting the serious news.
All over the country, fields of peas, beans, barley corn, cabbage, beets, lettuce, tomatoes are disappearing. Without this food, the world faces starvation. Something must be done. We must have Underdog's help. Where are you, Underdog?
But at that very moment, our hero was 10,000 miles away, fighting a band of giant squid which had been terrorizing the fishermen of the area. Meanwhile, sweet Polly, unable to contact Underdog, decided to do some investigating on her own and had gone to examine the fields where the crops were missing.
No fingerprints? No footprints? Not a clue of any kind. Where am I? Hello? 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 There's a light. I'll follow it. Oops. Oh, there's another light. It went out. Now it's over there. Oh! Oh! Help! Help! Oh! Oh! Oh, help! Underdog! Help! Help!
Silence! Lights! Silence, I said! I am Mange, king of the Molemen, and you are my prisoner.
Is it you who have been stealing all the food?
Of course, we work from underneath, pulling everything down by the roots.
But why? Why?
Because we are going to starve all the people up there, and when they are weak and defenseless, we shall come up and take over, and I shall be king of all the earth. We take over at 12 noon. Nothing can stop us.
Underdog can.
Nothing can stand up to our great weapon.
Weapon?
The mole hole gun. It can make a hole in anything, even a solid rock.
I don't believe it.
See that stalagmite over there? Watch. Seen enough? Your Underdog won't stand a chance against the mole-hole gun. it will bore a hole right through him.
Will Underdog be able to stand up against a powerful mole hole gun? Can anyone stop Mange and the Molemen? There's plenty of excitement ahead in our next episode.
One afternoon at the Megapolis Zoo, Jerboa Jump, arch rival of Tennessee Tuxedo, was surrounded by a group of zoo friends and was holding them spellbound with stories of his rocket ship adventures.
So there I was, see, ready to blast off. They started the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kapooey! I was off at 4,000 miles an hour.
Will you listen to that, Chumley? Will you listen to that? All those dopes falling for Jerboa's phony stories.
Hey, who says they're phony?
I do. Anybody can brag about riding in rockets. Talk is cheap.
Yeah, well, it's not just talk, pal. I got clippings here to prove it. Look at that. Mice blast off from White Sands Proving Ground. Mice rocket the height of 36 miles. Aero B rocket hurls mice into space. Ha! How about that, smart guy?
Hey, did you hear what he said? But how do we know that's you? Huh? Tell me that. I think you'd be too scared to get into a rocket, let alone blast off.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think those clippings are about you.
Yeah? Well, it's a cinch they're not about a penguin, pal. If you notice, it says mice, pal. M-I-C-E, mice. Not P-E-S-T, penguin.
Yeah? Well, I'll show you up, wise guy.
Why don't you go fly a kite? That is about as close as you will ever get to being a big astronaut like me.
The nerve of that guy, Chumley. The nerve. I'll show him. We'll build a rocket of our own.
Gee, Tennessee, we don't know about rockets.
What's to know, Chumley? A rocket is just something that shoots into the air, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one way to get shot into the air. Come on. All right now, Chumley. I'll close myself in the capsule, and when I say blast off, cut the rope, and the bed springs will shoot me into outer space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Gee, Tennessee, how's everything up on the moon?
Never mind, Chumley, never mind. All we need is more power. Now, let me think. I've got it. Air pressure. I'll pop into orbit like a champagne cork. All right, Chumley. Pump.
Take me to your leader.
Very funny, Chumley.
Gee, Tennessee, at the rate we're going, we won't get into orbit till the 4th of July.
That's it, Chumley. You've got it. 4th of July, skyrockets. Now, why didn't we think of it before? There you are, Chumley. A real rocket. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Now, light the fuse and I'll blast off. Some blast off.
Yeah, all blast and no off.
Chumley, I think it's time to go see Mr. Whoopi. He'll tell us all about rockets, and then we can show up that Jerboa. We'll use escape plan number 1212. Now, you go get the springboard while I get the umbrellas.
Okay, Tennessee. The board's all set up.
Okay, I'll just test it to see if it has enough spring. Not quite enough, Chumley. You'll have to move the sawhorse back a little bit.
Okay, Tennessee. But first I gotta take off the springboard.
Chumley!
But at last, all was ready for the escape.
All right, Chumley. I'll go first. Work great, Chumley. Come on.
Okay, Tennessee.
And so a short time later, our two heroes were sitting in the office of Phineas J. Whoopi, the man with all the answers.
Rockets, eh? Well, put all your money in rockets, my boy, because they're going up. You get it? Yes. But I think we can find out something about them. Now, where did I put that three-dimensional blackboard? Here it is. Rockets began about 700 years ago in China. The Chinese who invented gunpowder found that if they put the powder in a paper tube and blocked both ends, they got a firecracker. They found the firecrackers very amusing. Then one day, someone forgot to plug up one end of the firecrackers, and instead of exploding, it went... And whoopee! The rocket was born. Soon they found out that if they fastened a long stick to the back of the rocket, it would go in a straight line. But one ambitious gentleman fastened a number of rockets to his sedan chair in an effort to become the first astronaut.
What happened?
I know what happened. Precisely, my boy. It was a very short flight to nowhere.
But gee, Mr. Whoopi, what does make a rocket go?
Everybody knows that, Chumley. That explosion coming out of the rear of the rocket pushes against the air and the rocket goes. Right, Mr. Whoopi? Wrong, Tennessee. The air has nothing to do with it. In fact, it works much better in space where there is no air to resist it. That's because it uses Isaac Newton's third law of motion. Law of motion? Yes. The law says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Here, let me show you. Have you ever seen how a man stepping from a boat to the dock pushes the boat away at the same time? This is the action. Man toward dock. This is the reaction. Boat away from dock. Action, reaction. What has that got to do with a rocket? Well, let's look inside a rocket. When the fuel burns, it expands and has to rush out here. The action in this direction creates a reaction in this direction against the front wall of the rocket, which naturally pushes the rocket along. Action, reaction. Great, great. Let's go. How much do you think it would cost to build a rocket big enough for Chumley and me? Oh, millions, my boy, millions.
Gee, Tennessee, we haven't even got 10 cents.
I know it, Chumley. Well, what are we going to do to show up that Jerboa? Well, I know how to take care of braggarts like Jerboa. I have an old friend over at the amusement park who might be able to supply just the kind of rocket you need. Let's go over and see.
And the next morning, back at the zoo, Tennessee and Chumley were hard at work on a very strange contraption and attracting a large crowd of interested spectators.
All finished, Tennessee.
Good, Chumley. This ought to take care of Jeroboam.
What is it, Tennessee, huh? What is it, huh?
It's a rocket, Yak.
Oh, a rocket?
Yep, I'll start it up. All right, step right up, folks, and feast your eyes on a genuine rocket ride straight from the world's largest amusement park. The thrill of a lifetime, folks, and it's free, free, free. Hey, let me Just a minute, my friends. I think that the honor of the first ride should go to that brave, courageous hero of outer space, Jeroboam Jump.
Say, he's right. Yes, let Jeroboam do it first, yes.
Step right up, Jeroboam.
I just remembered I got a very important meeting to go to, so if you don't mind...
Nonsense, Jeroboam. This won't take long. Come on, I'll strap you in.
Strap me in?
Sure. Don't they always strap you astronauts in? Come on.
No. Hey, come on, what do you say? Look.
Well, if he's that scared, I guess we'll just have to show him how it's done. Everybody ride. Hooray! Tennessee! Hey! Tennessee! Hey! Hooray! Tennessee!
Did I tell you about my encounter with the Black Knight?
Really, Commander, it's much too...
The king ordered me to bring in the villain, and of course that meant a deadly duel.
On guard!
Hastily, I drew my sword and closed my visor. Unfortunately, I had to reopen the visor. Forgot to remove my pipe, don't you know? The Black Knight was a tremendous swordsman. Soon, he had me up a tree. He swung a telling blow for my head, but I managed to block it. Half of my sword fell away, but bravely I fought on. Fighting with only the hilt of my sword, I was soon backed up to a precipice, a sheer drop of 1,000 feet. The Black Knight raised his deadly sword. It thundered down and sheared the mighty McBragg in two.
Sheared the... Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. Just as the villain lifted his sword, I escaped through a back hatch in my special armor. And when he split the armor, I was already behind him. And that's how I captured the Black Knight.
I say, Commander, that was a night to remember.
Quite.
Sweet Polly, captured by the Molemen, had just seen a demonstration of their powerful secret weapon, the mole hole gun.
Seen enough? Your underdog won't stand a chance against the mole hole gun. Ha! You see, the mole hole gun will bore holes in underdog as though he were cheese.
I don't believe it. Never. Nothing can stop Underdog. Oh, help, Underdog! Help! Help!
At that very moment, on the other side of the earth, Underdog was finishing off the last of the giant squid when his audio ears picked up Sweet Polly's cries for help.
When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Moving with lightning speed over the face of the earth, Underdog soon zeroed in on the field where Sweet Polly had disappeared.
She doesn't seem to be around, but her cries still come from underground.
Your hero does not answer your cry for help.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, Underdog, you've come at last. The Molemen are stealing all our food. They're going to destroy us. They attack at noon.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
They've got a gun.
Ha! You miserable cur! I'll blast a hole right through you!
It didn't bore a hole in him.
No, but it slowed him down. Here he comes again.
Blast a hole at his feet. He'll fall in. He's closing in.
Let loose the giant ant!
Underdog, look out!
Underdog fought valiantly, but tired as he was from fighting the mole hole gun, he soon began to weaken under the savage attack of the powerful ant, until it finally overcame him.
Oh, Underdog!
I knew he was no match for me. Mange, king of the Molemen! Take them to the caterpillar cage and have them sealed in a cocoon.
Is this the end for Polly and Underdog? Will the Molemen take over the earth? There's plenty of excitement ahead in our next episode.